Once I hit 50, I thought, the age of 32s is long gone. But I just blew right past 32s and I'm in 31s right now. Should I stand up?
Go ahead. Well, a warm welcome to you all. This video is about the number one cheat that can affect your carnivore weight loss results. I'm JJ, I'm a life coach, and I eat mostly meat.
I'm Eric, I'm a novelist, and I eat mostly meat. And I think that this secret cheat is probably dairy.
It is not dairy.
Is it fruit?
Nope, it's not even fruit.
Is it seed oils?
It is not seed oils.
Artificial sweeteners?
No, not artificial sweeteners. Now, these things can all affect your weight loss results. We know that. Yet, it is not the number one thing.
It said salad.
Well, salad might do it for you because we both know that salad is toxic. But that's not what I'm looking for.
Carnivore cheat. Is this a cheat that I consume frequently?
You do not consume this cheat frequently. And there are many carnivores out there who don't consume this cheat frequently or maybe at all. But I know it can creep in there sometimes. And especially if you're ketovore or keto, it might have more of a propensity to sneak in.
So non-meat things. But it's not coffee then, because I do have that every day.
It is not coffee.
Chicken. But you said it wasn't meat, so it can't be chicken.
You said it wasn't meat, but I will agree with you. I didn't concur.
Oh, okay.
And I am the queen of this, the carnivore queen of this ranking.
Okay. I'm guessing that our viewers who are very smart, many of them who've been carnivore way longer than we have, already know the secret cheat that you're talking about.
Yes.
So let's end the suspense.
All right. The secret cheat is alcohol. And here's why I'm ranking it number one above the chicken, above the salad, above the seed oils and the dairy, is because of the way our body processes fuel.
Okay.
Metabolizes, basically. So there is a thing called oxidative priority. And this is how the metabolism prioritizes what it is going to burn.
Okay.
So when alcohol enters our body sees it as a toxic substance. It is poison, even though we have been consuming alcohol for a very long time.
Not we.
Not we. As
the human species.
Yeah, the human species. I'm not sure if it's considered part of the proper human diet from way back when, but we do know alcohol came in pretty dang early. But the body sees it as toxic. So it wants to take care of it the very first thing. So right away, any other calories consumed get put on pause, which means tucked away in the storage lockers.
Also known as
fat. While the body focuses on taking care of metabolizing this alcohol and getting it out of the body. So someone who consumes alcohol regularly is automatically stopping their fat burning, even if they are drinking a low carb or no carb alcohol.
Oh, so I don't know what those would be. I'm not versed in the alcohols.
No.
But clearly it's not beer, because in Wisconsin, where there are more taverns than people, the beer belly is part of the fashion. It's how you hide your belt buckle.
We might have been the originators of the dad bod here.
Yeah.
I mean the dad bod.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they talk about no one was overweight. In the 70s, you see those pictures online. I'm like, well, you weren't in Wisconsin. Because that body form has been just the natural state of the Wisconsinite for a long, long time. Yeah,
so beer presents an extra issue in that it is a higher carb alcohol. Again, I don't know the exact rankings of how alcohols rank for carbohydrates, but beer does have a lot of carbs. It is made of grain, gluten.
Right.
So there might be issues along those lines for many people as well, creating even more inflammation and issues with processing in the liver. But any carbs that are in that beer are put right away into fat because it's dealing with the alcohol in the beer. So it's like a double whammy. Now, the number 2 is also interesting, and some people might be making this mistake
It's
too.
not a cheat.
This one is not a cheat. Actually, someone might be doing it thinking they're helping with their keto fat burning journey, and it can actually be throwing them out of fat burning mode. Exogenous ketones. So if you're taking exogenous ketones to stay into deep therapeutic ketosis for mental health or other health issues, keep taking your ketones. But if you are looking for weight loss and you are drinking exogenous ketones or consuming them, your body stops, first of all, it stops burning your own ketones. So your ketones aren't being used at all. And all the other fuel, the carbohydrates, the fats, everything's being stored while your body processes those ketones because the body also cannot store exogenous ketones.
If you're eating carnivore, you're not eating carbs. And so you're eating a lot of protein and fat, and then you were taking a shot of exogenous ketones. It wouldn't burn the fat you consumed.
Right.
And then the protein would more likely go through the liver to be turned into glucose.
Yes.
So,
I mean, we're not talking like, oh gosh, it's like beer.
yeah, no. It's a troubleshooting thing.
Yes.
That it could be impairing results. Because I know there's people who they're not really worried about weight loss and they'll use exogenous ketones just for the mental acuity part.
Yeah. I can totally see doing that.
Yeah. The times I've tried them, it's always bothered my stomach. So I'm not on them.
No. I can totally see doing that, but I am not on a weight loss. I'm done with my weight loss journey pretty much. So
That's hubris. Carnivore decides when you're done.
that is true. I think but I'm not looking for weight loss results at this point. So if I halt fat burning,
Yeah, no
not
big
a big
deal.
deal. Not a big deal. It's not the result.
So you're going to start throwing down alcohol and ketones together?
I do not think alcohol would support my lifestyle that I choose.
I wonder, that might be a product idea, is a canned alcoholic drink with ketones in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still think it needs to be 0 carb.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the target market. I'm just trying to come up with a product idea I can sell. But the problem is I just don't believe in alcohol, generally speaking, so I wouldn't sell that personally.
It wouldn't quite align with.
No, it wouldn't align with me.
Align with our brand either.
What if the reason we're so happy all the time is that we're absolutely skunked? That's not what's happening.
No, definitely not. But yeah. So am I going to ever take exogenous? I love that deep therapeutic ketosis. So maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try it again someday.
Maybe.
Because I don't have to lose much more fat.
No, you don't.
I have new pants on.
Yes.
Now, in high school, I wore 32-inch waist, the 32s, and that was always my gold jeans. Anytime I got to where they were too tight to wear and I had to wear the 34s or the 36s a couple of times, I always wanted to get down to the 32s. And to be honest, once I hit 50, I thought, the age of 32s is long gone. Mm-hmm. But I just blew right past 32s and I'm in 31s right now. Should I stand up?
Go ahead.
Bam! Bam!
Oh my gosh. And what's funny though is sometimes when you would lose weight in the past, I thought that you would get a little scrawny. Like you looked a little underweight to
A little
me.
too skinny.
A little too skinny sometimes.
And the interesting thing is that when I was too skinny on those occasions, I still was carrying abdominal fat and a little paunchiness that would be indicative of visceral fat. So when I was down at 170 during our Weight Watchers days,
Yeah, that was too thin.
I was certainly skinny fat, where my body comp wasn't good, and I still was carrying visceral fat because I was eating as many carbs as I could within the point system.
Yep.
And I was cold all the time. So right now, this morning I weighed in, I was 175. And usually when I get to 175, I start getting cold. And I'm always cold. I'm not cold. Of course, it's summer. But still, I don't feel like my body's in this metabolism slowing down state. It's going strong. So this was interesting to me. It doesn't really apply to me. I don't drink. And so that was one of the battles getting into carnivore that I didn't have to wage.
Yeah.
But I know that there's many people who are carnivore curious, and I think they run up against like some would run up against coffee saying, I can't give up my coffee. Well, don't. But the alcohol, if that's a part of your life, whether it's too much of a part or it's just part of that day or the weekend that you just can't imagine not doing, I can understand how that would be a challenge.
And again, maybe you have thought, I've switched to the zero carb.
Yeah.
So this isn't bad. And it's less bad.
I do want to say that I don't remember, it was one of our early lives, we had somebody show up and say that carnivore actually helped them quit a lifelong alcohol habit.
I've heard that.
And this relates to Ozempic, which some people are also saying are helping them to get off of a dependency. Now, I don't understand the mechanism of that, but my understanding is that carnivore basically does what Ozempic does without actually having to do the injection. So it has something to do with suppressing the GLP-1, which helps to control satiety, maybe?
Cravings. I think it actually affects the craving center. See how scientific that is?
I'm way outside of my lane saying all of that. But I'm getting more comfortable getting outside my lane recently.
Well, and I have heard other people in groups say that they have been able to give up smoking or chew or other things. What?
You were able to give up chew so quickly.
No, able to give up other things that they've been addicted to through carnivore. So, it's still worth a
even
try.
like fingernail chewing.
Right,
stuff like that,
right.
Yeah.
So I think that's an amazing benefit of carnivore. And if you're not ready to give up that alcohol or the smoking at this point, maybe carnivore can help you get there. And just know if you are drinking alcohol, it is going to affect your weight loss. So you have been successfully in fat burning mode for, I don't know, about a month?
At least, yeah.
About?
Yeah.
And obviously, like you said, alcohol wasn't a piece of that.
No, dairy was the problem.
But yeah, do tell a little bit about that. What have you done?
Well, I got rid of artificial sweeteners and dairy, and those who are regular viewers are tired of hearing me talk about it. But there's new viewers coming all the time because we do awesome videos, and it just brings new people. But actually, more recently, past few days, I've added a little dairy in as testing just to see what happens. Because I saw a video by a guy on YouTube, basically a rando, whose name I don't remember. He had a very interesting presentation that there is certain genetic makeups in people who come from places like Scandinavia and Ireland, where their ancestors had so much dairy that there was a genetic reaction to it to reduce absorption of calcium. And so I ended up questioning whether I might need more calcium because I'm of Scandinavian and Irish descent. I thought, well, I'll just reintroduce some dairy to see what happens and see if the calcium is an issue that I was missing. Now, I do know, you can eat sardines. I'm not going to eat enough sardines to get the calcium that maybe I need, because I think the RDA is like 1,000 milligrams per day. Not that the RDA means a whole lot. But that's what I've been doing. But I'm not having massive quantities of dairy. I'm not putting any I don't put cream in my coffee anyway, but I'm not having fat bombs made out of half and half or heavy whipping cream or anything like that. But it hasn't made any difference so far. It does help get my hamburger patties a little more delicious, having a little pizzazz on them. But we'll see. If I start reversing, I'll just take them out.
Okay.